Xin chào mọi người, hôm nay Oanh sẽ tiếp tục đọc sách ngày thứ 5 của cuốn sách 13 nguyên tắc nghĩ giàu làm giàu, The 13 Principles for Thinking Rich and Doing Rich. Now, let's begin. The day fight. The secret was passed on to a business associate of Mr. Edison, he used it so effectively. He used it so effectively that although he was then making only $12,000 a year, he accumulated a great fortune and retired from active business while still a young man. He will find his story at the beginning of the first chapter. He should convince you the riches are not beyond your reach, that you can still be what you wish to be. That money, fame, recognition, French recognitions, and happiness. Happiness can be had by all who are ready and determined to have these blessings. How do I know these things? You should have the answer before you finish this book. You may find it in the very first chapters or on the last page. While I was performing the 20 years task of research, which I had undertaken at Mr. Carnegie's request, I analyzed hundreds of well-known men, many of whom admitted that he had accumulated their vast fortunes through the aid of the Carnegie. Secret among these men was Henry Ford, William Henry Ford Williams Henry Ford Williams West, J.R. John W. Warner, Wanamer, James, Hiwl, G. George S. Parker, E.M. State, H.E.R. Henry L. Doherty, Doherty, Cyrus, H.Key, Cures, George Georgie, Eastman. Giàu, Charles, M S C H W M A N. Charles M SCHWAB. Henry F. Williams, D.A. Frank, GUNSAJULUS. Daniels Willis King, GALSETTE. Raffle A. Wicks. And Judge Daniel T. White, John D. Rockefeller, Thomas A. Edison, Frank A. Svanderlip, F. Weiss, WORTH, COL. Robert Ace, $8. Edward File, Edwin C. Barnes, author, Nash. Clearance, Darrow. Theodore Roosevelt, Jones W. David, Albert Hapras, Wilbur Wright, William Jennings, Boris Dr. David Starr Jordan, Gis Ogents, Amor Authors, Bryans, Woodrow Williams, Arthur Bryce Burns, Woodton Williams, W.M. Howard Taffer, Luther Burbank. And too many people. These names represent but a small fraction of the hundreds of well-known Americans who achieve financially and otherwise prove that those who understand and apply these energy secrets reach high stations in life. I have never known anyone who is inspired to use the secret who did not achieve not a worthy success in the true calling. I have never known any person to distinguish himself or to accumulate riches from any great conquest without possessions of the secret. From these two facts, I draw the conclusion that the secret is more important as far as a part of the knowledge essential for himself determinations than any which one receives through what are popularly known as education. What is education anyways? This has been answered in full detail. As far as schooling is concerned, many of these men has very little. John Watmaker Wasnermaker once told me that what little schooling he had, he acquired in very much the same manners as the modern college motive. Take on water by scooping it up as it ran. Henry Frost never reached high school, let alone college. I am not attempting to minimize the values of schooling, but I'm trying to express my earnest belief that those who master and apply this secret will reach high stations, accumulate rich and bargain with life on their own terms, even if their school has been meager. Somewhere, as you read the secret to which I refer, which jumped from the page and stand boldly before you, boldly before you if you are ready for it. When it appears, you will recognize it, whether you receive the sight in the first and the last chapter. Stop for a moment when its presence itself, and turn down the class. For this occasion, which marks the most important turning point of your life. We pass now to chapter 1 and to the story of my very dear friend who has generously acknowledged has having since the mystic side and whose business achievement are evidence enough that he turned down the cloud. As to read his story and the other, remember that they deal with the important problems of life, such as all men's experience. The problem arising from one's endeavor to earn a living, to find hope, courage, contentment, and peace of mind, to accumulate riches, and to enjoy freedoms of body and spirit. Remember, too, as you go through the books, if this deal with facts and not with fiction, its purpose being to convey a great universal truth through which all who are ready may learn not only what to do, but also how to do it, and receive elsewhere the needed stimulus to make a start. As the final words of preparation, before you begin the first chapter, you may offer a brief suggestion which may provide a clue by which the Carnegie's secret may be recognized. It is that all achievement, all earned riches have their beginning in an idea. If you are ready for the secret, you already possess one heart is therefore you will readily recognize the other heart the moment to reach the mind, the author. That's all. Thank you for the day fine. That's all. Thank you for beginning.